Hello, beautiful people. You welcome to the channel. We are United, your go-to destination for all things Manchester United. I'm Eric Bannerman, your host and a fellow United fanatic. I'm excited to bring you the latest news, match analysis, player insights, and everything you need to know about our beloved club. Whether you're a lifelong supporter or new to the Red Devil family, this is the place for passionate discussions and unwavering support for Manchester United. Thank you for joining us and let us dive into the world of the greatest football club ever. Glory, glory, Man United. Last season was a season to forget, one of our worst seasons in history. But then, with the 25% acquisition of Ineos Group, which I believe will help the club massively in going forward, we see that they are trying to put things right by first fixing our board problems. No, the top needs to be fixed. That's what Ineos has done right now by appointing some big gurus like Omar Berada, Dean Ashworth, James Wilcox, and some other that will help in our transfer businesses, which, in my opinion, will improve the quality that we bring in as a club. Because it's been a while since we had these things. Ever since Sir Alex Ferguson retired, we haven't had such. We've just gone to always acquiring well-known players, which has amounted to nothing. So now that we have a very strong backroom staff, I believe that it will go a long way to strengthen the team in our transfer businesses and how we deal with performances on the pitch. All these guys will all come together and give us the best. So yeah, we are believing going forward that we will get the best. And also the appointment of the new coaching staff in Ruud van Nistelrooy and Rene Hack to help Eric Ten Hag with the footballing issues on the pitch. I believe it's a step in the right direction because Ruud van Nistelrooy is a club legend. He is a well-known striker. During his playing days when he was banging in the goals, we all saw him. So he being part of the coaching staff means that Rasmus Højlund is going to benefit from it massively. It's going to teach him all the tricks that he needs to succeed at this great club. And also Rene Hack to me is just like Eric Ten Hag. The discipline is immense. No, his level of discipline is immense. And I bet you these undisciplined players that we have in our squad currently, I don't believe that they can last for a single day with these two disciplined coaches at the helm. So going forward, I believe all these massive changes are going to help us. Infrastructure-wise, we are doing well to renovate the Old Trafford facility, which will go a long way to help us. I'm not with the idea of building a new stadium. I think the old one should be renovated and should be brought up to that standard where the players, the team, the fans can still benefit from. Because Old Trafford has been there for so many years, and it comes with so many memories for this Manchester United team. I don't believe that moving away from Old Trafford is the best option. So yeah, I think we should just hold on to Old Trafford and do these massive renovations, which will go a long way to help us. And you see, in as much as we've had all these strong backroom staffs, our transfer businesses has been the same. This I've been talking about since last season. Our transfer businesses has been the same. We go to a player, we have to spend a lot of time on one player, then another club will just bump in and take the player away, which sometimes is very appalling. It's very appalling. We need to change our transfer strategies. You would think that Ineos coming in will be a big boost because we see with other clubs when new owners comes in, they splash the cash, they get all the players they need and all that. But Ineos are taking things slow and I don't know what they want to do, but you go in search of a player, the parent club gives you the asking price, and Ineos slash the price into two. I don't believe this will give us the players that we need because currently to acquire a player is not cheap. It's not cheap at all. So Ineos should just saddle up and then make things go ahead quickly, just as we want it. We understand that in the past we've spent some big amount of money getting players whom we really didn't need. Yeah, they've come in, they've not been a long term, they've just come in for the short term at big prices, and it has really hampered the club. But then Eric Ten Hag comes in and tries to make everything different. Gets new young players, also promotes the young ones from the academy, whom I believe they have done very well. Last season, we look at Kobe Menu, we look at Yanacho, we saw Rasmus Højlund also coming in. They all have done very well. They've done exceptionally well. But then, if Ineos comes in and wants to acquire more young players to build a team, I believe that the first season at least they should reconsider. They have the cash, they should splash the cash. They should splash the cash, get the players they need. Then from the first season, after the next season, they can put in their policies and be slashing prices here and there. But in the first season, as a new owner, we expect you to splash. We expect you to get all the targets. Remember, we need all these targets before preseason so the manager can work with them, know where to improve their abilities before the season begins. You see, so in as much as it's Ineos' first season, Old Trafford needs these players. We need the fans. We need these players. We need these players to come in as early as possible, bond with the manager, so that we will know their capabilities and where to improve. That is where I believe that Ineos are being slow, and it's typical of every Man United transfer business. We go in very slow until we see that other clubs are interested in the player before we also want to harden up and also be quick. But then, by that time, the player had already chosen another club. If we have any business to do, we should do it now. Now is the time. When they mention the price, don't be slashing prices like that. When you slash, that you don't encourage the selling club to sell for you. You don't expect the selling club to say when the selling club mentioned, like in the case of Gerard Brand White, when Everton said they wanted 70 million, then you offer 35 million or 40 million. You don't encourage the selling club to sell to you in that price. At least 50 million in the first asking should be good enough. But then when you slash prices like that and then you threaten to move to different targets, it means that your first choice targets are there which you have not attempted to get them. And Manchester United is bigger than that. Manchester United is not a club that will miss out on first choices. No. When we go for first choices, we should get them. I believe Matthias de Ligt also coming in will be a great addition to the defense because we all know his work with Erik Ten Hag in Ajax Amsterdam. We know his capabilities. But then, my concern is his injuries. He's only 24, we understand. But then, he's had more injuries, and that has been my worry. He coming in right now, we know Martinez also hasn't been fit all season last season. Even though he's played some matches, but then he wasn't. He comes in, plays one match, and go out for like 3 months, which For me, adding Delight, who will also not be fit for straight 10 matches, won't be good for us. So then what do we do? Must we still rely on Harry Maguire? And if Lindelof is also not gone, we should rely on Lindelof, whom we, in our cases, are slow and want to sell them. You see, so we should act fast. We should act fast when we talk of transfer. We should go in hot, grab all the targets we need, and then we relax. We give the manager ample time to decide and prepare his team for the season ahead. That is what I believe should be done. Yes, in as much as we want the club going forward, we expect massive things from the club. We expect massive things from the players. But we also need to do things right. We also need to help the manager prepare his team right for the season. We will start preseason very soon. Very soon, preseason starts. Players are not in, new players are not in. Outgoing players will be leaving. Outgoing players will be leaving. So then what do we do? How do we replace them? When we go into the market and we slash every price into half, you don't get players like that. We need to up our game and be serious in our transfer dealings. That I believe that will be a good direction for the club. The manager has signed a new long-term contract expiring in 2026, which is a good one. But then he needs the materials to work with. He needs the players. Everyone should be available. All transfers should be made as early as possible. So he knows how to plan his team, how to plan his formation, where and when he needs to improve and everything. This is my take. Drop your take in the comment section and let's vibe. Do stick and stay with the channel. Subscribe, click on the bell button so anytime we post, you will be the first to get that one. Follow us on all social media platforms for back-to-back Manchester United updates. But we are here for you, and with you and I, we are united.